If you're trying to break into Hollywood, you have to be aware of something commercial in the project. Take a look at some of the things that have sold out of festivals. For example, Hustle and Flow. It's about a pimp. It's about sex and money. That's an easy sell.
How do you write for a budget without cutting off the creative process?
There are ways to shoot big stuff so that it doesn't necessarily cost as much. If a car explodes in your script and you really want a car to explode and you don't have the money, you can go right to the edge with the car, swish pan around, see the person's face, and make an explosion that impacts that person and throws them off their feet, and then find the hulk of a car. If it's done well, you'll have the same effect as if you saw the car blow up. There are ways to get around it, and sometimes there are cleverer ways than blowing up a car. People have seen most things already in special effects. Looking at somebody's reaction to what happened, or looking at the aftermath of what happened, or looking at it from a totally different point of view, there are a lot of different ways to see something. You don't have to eliminate it. You can imagine a different way to see it, too.
What's your best piece of advice to someone starting a script?
Nobody does what I tell most people to do, and that's to read a lot of scripts. That's the thing that has helped me the most in my career. I remember when I first had to write a horror movie, when I first had to write a comedy, when I first had to write an action film, I would get myself down to the Writers Guild Library or the Academy Library, and I would sit down and read some of the best of the genre. If I was going to do a family drama, I would go read Terms of Endearment. Or if I was going to do a multiple character story, I'd read Syriana and Crash. Really read them. Instead, people go and look at the movie and they think they did it. That doesn't do it. You have to read these scripts. You can study structure and see how really good people make it work. No one would try to write a novel who hadn't read some novels. No one would try to write a play who hadn't read plays. But all the time, people try to write screenplays who don't sit down and read them. The screenplay is a completely different form. The vast majority of young writers you tell that to, the way they look at you, you know they're never going to do it. You can get scripts on the internet. Even if you don't have access to the Writers Guild library, you can get a hold of a whole bunch of different scripts. Sometimes, to the young writer, it is daunting, and they realize, oh, gee, I don't know if I can do this. But better to feel a little bit daunted than to have too much hubris, I think, because you're going to have to work so hard and rewrite so much that you might as well face the standard you're writing to. If you write a really good script, something will happen with it. I believe that, because the vast majority aren't that good, and many of them aren't even commercial. The other piece of advice to get a good title. Don't call it Ashes and Dirt. A good title is very, very important. Mystic Pizza came from the title. I had been trying to think of what could be a female diner when I saw this place called Mystic Pizza, and I thought, what a fantastic title. Most people get stacks and stacks of scripts. They open the first page and they look at the title page. If the title is terrible, sometimes they don't go any further. Then they look at the first page and they read the first page. The first page has to be grammatical, it has to be in good screenplay format, and it has to be about something right away. Every film I ever cut and every film I directed, it was the same. The flaws that were in the script are the flaws that are in the movie. The script is the movie. You have to get it right. And then you have to cast it right. After that, it's easy sledding.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.